We are live, guys. Come help us out. Oh my god, come help us out at Patreon.
We are live.
Raven, the GS, yo, 1/3 of the Cybernet.
Sam, the legend behind the techie.
We are live.
Guys, I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cybernet.
And I'm Raven, the GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz.
And today, this is the review of Inception. I'm going to dive straight in. Inception is directed and written by Christopher Nolan, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Ken Watanabe, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Marion Cotillard, Ellen Page, Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, Tom Bergeron, Michael the Immortal Caine. Music by Hans Zimmer, and this was released July 8th, 2010. Get me? So, guys, who wants to break down the story of Inception, innit? Who can do that?
I think, if I try to break down the story, I might get incepted in it. Man will just start with something and end up being incepted by something else in it. So I don't want to take the risk because then, I don't know.
All right.
I almost got fired up last thing.
Are you going to try something, or do you want me to do it?
I could try that. I've got enough time. So basically, the story is that Leonardo DiCaprio had his past messed up because his wife. We've already. Oh, God.
Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Let me try.
Go.
Right. So this movie is about thieves who like to incept ideas, but use the method of incepting ideas into their targets to obtain what they're trying to steal.
Yeah.
Through their own ideas.
Yes.
That they are incepting into.
Nah, he's done. Alright, listen. Alright, so I'm going to jump off where you finish. So, this movie is about a group of thieves who usually steal ideas from people. But in this movie, they're tasked with planting an idea into a subject.
Oh, so that's what I messed up.
Okay,
I
yeah.
messed up on that little bit.
I thought you were going to get it.
Alright. I forgot that bit.
Generally, what do you think about the story, Sam?
The story's bloody amazing. Obviously, like I said, their usual job is to go into someone's mind, steal an idea, and from the get-go, we see that. Bloody masterpiece from there. So, their next job is to plant an idea. They're saying it's almost impossible. This guy's saying you have to do it. They go and do it. Mind blown.
Raven, thoughts on the story?
So my thoughts on this story is just that it's the story in itself. It's a phenomenal idea. The concept of this story is something brilliant that we've never seen before, and you don't even need to give away the details of the movie. Just the fact that the movie is called Inception and we are incepting ideas and stealing ideas. Just that line itself, it's mind blown, and that just speaks for itself for the whole movie.
Yeah, I like exactly what you said. I feel like we're giving you the base core of what the movie is, but there are so many moving parts to this story. It is amazing, and even with such a complex idea, you never get lost and you always know where you're at. So I thought that was super sick. What do we guys?
Huh? A lot of people got lost in this movie. I had to watch this movie 10 times.
I feel like I don't feel like you was lost though. You know what happens in a movie, but you have to watch it again.
I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Man, we got accepted.
You had reasons, didn't
why
is that happening?
Yeah, I was.
What's going on over there?
It's just the concept, the depth.
It's a deep movie.
Yeah.
All right. So acting, Raven, what do you think?
The acting, just looking at the cast line speaks for itself. I don't think one actor or actress was out of line for this movie. Everything was brilliant. Everybody played their part. Everybody played to the strengths and weaknesses of their character. I felt that everybody was really submerged into their roles. Christopher Nolan, whoever casted was responsible for casting these guys did an amazing job because they pulled everything out.
Sam, what are you thinking?
I'm trying to see who was kind of weak in the movie, and like Raven was saying, everyone played their character to a T. You kind of know why this person's like that, you kind of know why this person's like this, and it's almost like again, you know their strengths, you know their weaknesses, what they're worried about, and no matter what they say or do, you always understand why. And I always thought that was amazing.
Do you know what, yeah? Like, I'm going to jump on the same thing what Raven said. Everyone is super legit. I do have standouts, though. Cillian Murphy, for me, is sick in this movie. So he plays the subject that they're incepting an idea into. His relationship with his dad in this movie, for me, I just think is amazing. Everyone else is legit. Like, everyone's 5 out of 5. But for me, seeing him, I feel like he's the actor here who elevated to be on the role, because usually you don't see him play roles as good as this. And do you know what I'm saying? I think like his role was just phenomenal. I loved it. Let's get to production now.
Production. I'm just gonna stay on the musical level, and all I've got to say, Hans Zimmer again came through with another masterpiece that goes with this whole world, and that just sucks you in. I mean, I don't know how this guy does it, but it's just something brilliant. Like the train sound at certain points, just like you can hear the screeches, and this movie is like everything. There's levels to it. There's levels to it, and the sound itself, it's like a movie itself, and it's like you separate both the visual and the sound, and they're both masterpieces together, and then you bring them together, and then you get something completely new, which is I absolutely adore.
What do you think, Sam?
Like, when I first heard about this movie and I went to go back and I heard that it took Christopher Nolan 10 years to come up with this masterpiece, like, everything is explained why. And even one scene, you know, the whole corridor scene, always blows me away. Like, they're in their mind, they're in one place, and how that's affecting the dreamscape always blows my mind. And how someone tries to say that's their idea, they're trying to copy that. No, get out of here, man. This movie is so original to every single T. Production levels are just too high. Like, I can't put a number on it.
Yeah, one thing I want to say about the production levels, and just like, not even just that corridor scene, but the scene where they're creating worlds and Ellen Page folds the world up. That was in 2010, do you know what I'm saying? And it looks just as good as Doctor Strange that came out last year. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Christopher Nolan, like, their whole team, everyone who worked on this movie, they were like just way ahead of everything that was going on. Production-wise, I feel like this movie is like unmatched almost. And one of the things that you like about the corridor scene is like that's all practical effects. Do you know what I'm saying? They blend CG, practical effects, smash that stuff together, much like you're talking about with the music, and just make something like incredible. So I thought that was super sick. So like, guys, general thoughts in it. What are general thoughts?
My general thoughts. This is, and there's something that you've touched already, Doctor Strange. This is the beginning of something, and I feel that this gave a pathway to these movies such as Doctor Strange. I mean, something, story concept unheard of, visuals unheard of, the world unheard of, music, beautiful. And, you know, it's just, I love this movie, I love the story, and it's just one of those that will go down as a classic a few years from now.
So, what are you saying?
Like, I don't go back to movies too often. Like, if it's a good movie, I'm like, yeah, I'll watch that once in a while, forget about it, and never come back in maybe 2-3 years. This movie, I could watch this movie almost every day and still pick up something like, that was amazing, even the first time I watched it, the second time, the 10th time, the 100th time, and no matter how many times I watch this movie, it doesn't get old. Instant classic.
I love this movie. If you haven't, listen, this is all I'm going to say. If you have not seen Inception, because I know there was someone born in 2010, innit? Like, go and watch Inception. Like, this movie is amazing. Like, you'll just love everything about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Watch it more than once. That's what I'll say. And let us know what you think happens at the end. I don't want to touch on it because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who ain't seen it. But let us know what you think happens at the end.
Wouldn't it be 8 years old then, today?
They'd be 8 years old.
Yeah,
if you're 8, watch Inception.
Like, if you're 8, just...
If you're 8 and you watched Inception today, you would run the world in like 2 years. Like, you'd be 10 and you'd probably be the president. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Parents, let your 8-year-olds watch Inception.
I'm wondering if I've got any...
Look at you. Alright, cool. Let's get to our rating. And do you know what, yeah? I feel like this is an easy one. This is a unanimous broken sofa. Like, this is a classic, a masterpiece. This is one of Christopher Nolan's best movies. Like, And all these movies are mad. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I said,
Down.
if you ain't seen it, go and watch it. Anyway, I'm Joe, one further the Cybernerds.
And I'm Raven GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz.
And this has been the Inception review. We'll see you on the next movie review. Peace.
Easy.